Hi everyone, and welcome back with another episode, the second episode of this channel. Not properly the second episode, it is mostly the fourth one, but the last two episodes were actually part of my series called Beyond the Line, which is basically focused on people who train, who coaches, who are building positive communities and a positive impact on the endurance sport field at very different levels. My first two guests were Ophelie Saussus, a very, very good triathlete, multiple times Kona qualifier. The last one was last year. She is incredible. And the second one was Heather Shelhaze from Pool to Lake, which is an incredible coach, very supportive one. And it was a pleasure getting to know better their stories, how they were involved into triathlon for Ophelie, for swimming, and especially open water swimming for Heather. It was really inspiring, and I'm working on bringing different guests into the channel to know more stories. So I'm working on that too. But yeah, I just wanted to do a very quick update on what I've been up to for the last, I think the first video of this channel was last summer, I think around June, July, I think. So it is August, September.
One eternity later.
Yeah, it's been, I think, a little bit more than 10 months, which is such a long time. It's not that I haven't recorded anything. I actually have recorded this video twice. In the past 3 months. I didn't like the outcome. I didn't like it was, and I just deleted it instead of editing what I had. I wanted it to be perfect and polished, but at the end of the day, I ended up not uploading anything. Not good. So yeah, I just wanted to give you an update because the last time I told you that I was preparing for my very first half IRONMAN, which was in September last year in Cervia. And yeah, I give you a little bit of an update on the last races, how I've been doing, the latest news, a very simple recap of the last months. Let me present you my precious. So here I have all my medals, and this is my precious Ironman 70.3 Emilia Romagna medal. And on the other side, the people at the end of the race engraved my name on it, and the overall time, and also the splits for the swim, bike, and run. This medal is amazing. I'm very, very, very happy how the race went. So, I probably told you that the goal for last year was to finish the 70.3 in, I think, 6 hours. Hold on. Yes. So I actually wrote down that ideally I would like to complete my 70.3 in 5 hours and 45 minutes. That was like the best projection that I could make. Just for reference, just to have a laugh about it, because my actual time was totally different. So for T1 and T2, 70 to 10 minutes. Swimming between 35 and 38 minutes. Bike between 2 hours and 50 and 3 hours. The run, which I don't know why I wrote this, because not even in a standalone half marathon I actually achieved these times. I must have been so confident when I wrote down this, between 1 hour and 50 and 1 hour and 55 minutes, for a total between 5 hours and 25 and 5 hours and 45 minutes. So this was my dream, probably my hidden goal, but actually the real time was 7 hours and 19 minutes and 6 seconds. The swim portion was 40 minutes, the bike 3 hours and 37 minutes, 21 seconds, and the run was 2 hours and 38 minutes and 28 seconds. What happened? Basically, in Cervia, the 70.3 actually starts at 12 p.m. It doesn't start in the morning, and Italy in September, it's very, very hot. And even though it was September 21st, it was still pretty hot. I think there were around 36, 37 degrees at that hour of the day with minimal wind. I made a very big mistake.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
Was entering the starting grid fully covered with my wetsuit, and I didn't bring any water with me in the grid. I didn't have like some electrolytes. I didn't have anything. I didn't even have gels.
Why not?
It was just me, the wetsuit, cap, and goggles. To reach the starting line from where I was, it took, I think, around 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. And being all of that time under the sun, being that hot, I basically dehydrated so much. A lot of people were in the same boat as me, obviously. So a bunch of people asked the volunteers to bring some water from the sea to us, so they started using bottles to fill them. They were bringing them to us so we could like cool down, but obviously you couldn't drink that water. It was salty water. It wasn't anything that could have helped you. So basically when I started, my energies were already under my feet, and I had an awful swim. I think the worst swim that I've ever had in my life, my entire life. In the water, I actually felt pretty sick. On the bike, I couldn't keep down anything. And so this basically affected the entire race, because on the bike, it was really, really hot still. And even though I was trying to cool myself down, to drink at least the water that I had with me. I had 2 bottles with carbohydrates and electrolytes, and then I had gels, but I couldn't keep them down, so I was trying just to drink the water with these 2 things. And obviously I arrived at the running leg pretty tired. I didn't have the energies, but I wanted to finish. And yeah, at that point I really wasn't thinking about the time. I wanted to finish and to bring this medal home, which at the end I did. As you can see, I'm proud of myself at the end of the day, because I was in a difficult situation. I was able to manage it, was able to finish for my next race, because yes, I signed up for Ironman 70.3 in Cervia for this year. I will definitely approach the race in a different way, because even this year it will start at 12. These races are complex. It was my first half Ironman. There is room for improvement. It is also nice to learn from your mistakes and actually trying to execute a better race for the next time. And this is what I'm going to do for my 70.3 3. After Cervia, I had this kind of bittersweet sensation because Cervia should have been the last race for 2025. It didn't really go as planned. My coach was like, why you don't try to run like the Florence marathon? You already have like a very solid base from running a marathon in spring. You actually did the half Ironman on an aerobic level. You are very, very prepared. We have just to increase the overall case that you are running each week. And I was like, yeah, this should be fun. Yeah, okay, let's do it. The 30th of November, I actually raced the Florence Marathon. Look how beautiful this medal is. It was designed by a jewelry designer that have been doing several medals for the Florence Marathon in the past years, and I did a whole collection dedicated to the city of Florence. The theme revolves around Dante's Paradise. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a particular goal for this marathon. I just wanted to race it. The most important goal was not to stop and not starting to think, oh, I can't run fast, I'm not a good runner, I can't do this. The most important thing was not letting my brain to take this route, jeopardizing my race from a mental standpoint, and I achieved that goal.
Not a girl.
As I was saying, to me, running, it's not just improving my speed, but it is also improving my mental game and to learn how to transform like my moments of self-doubt into fuel to continue running. So yeah, I finished 2025 with Florence Marathon. I was really, really happy about it. Running Florence was actually very good. The cheering was awesome also because there are lots of tourists in Florence. Lots of tourists were running Florence. It was just a very, very good day. It was actually a gorgeous day, even though it was cold, but it was very, very nice. So yeah, I was happy to finish 2025 with this. For the beginning of 2026, my first opener race was actually Lecco Half Marathon. The medal, it's a wooden one. It's very, very pretty. Very much. I think I had one of the best training blocks for the half marathon, and guess what? It didn't go as planned. Because why? Because of my silly little brain. Bruh. Obviously, I actually ran it in 2 hours and 4 minutes, I think. I don't remember the exact time, but was around that. I was hoping to finish it in to do a sub 2 hours. I was really, really aiming at that because, as I said, the training block went really, really well. So I hoped for a better race. Around K13, I had to stop to fix my shoelace. While I was bending down to fix my shoe, I started having a little bit of cramps in my calves. I was losing the pack of the 2 hours, like the pacers. Instead of thinking, okay, let's get back to them and allow myself to have the time to resume and running progressively towards them, I thought it is now or never. I have to do this like in a split second, which I didn't make. And the more I was thinking, oh no, I can't make it in like a bunch of seconds, I can't make it, I started slowing down. I started losing confidence in myself and in my ability to actually run fast. And yeah, this is what happened. stopped running for a while. I was like, no, I can't do this. I think I walked for maybe 1K, I don't remember. Then a pacer cheered me up, other people cheered me up, so I resumed running. I was happy in general because I really enjoyed that half marathon. It was really well organized. It was all along Lake Como in Lecco. The scenery was beautiful. It's not so many people, just 500. People were also very chilled. I really liked the overall atmosphere, and yeah, I was happy about that. But I wasn't really happy with myself. After this, I ran a 10K race just for fun, nothing more. A couple of weeks ago, I did my first Gran Fondo of the year, the bike race. I have a sock here. This one just for fun. I was coming out from a winter done on the indoor bike, and I wanted to actually have a little bit of fun, and this race in Lucca was actually the best opportunity to do that. The race was very nice. The scenery was extremely beautiful. I fell down at the start. Gonna put the video here. This is, yeah, everything that happened from the first video up to today. Oh, I have to share another piece of news which I'm very excited about. I actually have become a brand ambassador for Humango. If you don't know what Humango is, it's basically a powered AI digital training platform that uses an adaptive system to provide with the optimal training plan for your goals, whether it is prepping for a marathon, half marathon, Olympic distance triathlon, half Ironman, full Ironman, or just keeping you healthy in general. I downloaded it mid-October 2025 and I've been using it since. I have a running coach who's been following me for several years, but I don't have a triathlon coach, and I actually needed a more structured training plan for my goals. I tried Humango. It was really a game changer. It connects with your sports watch, and based on your goals and based on the metrics that it takes from your Garmin and the overall trainings that you are doing, it prepares you with an optimal plan. But the optimal plan, it's not a static one. Being an adaptive plan, it means that it keeps you constantly in an optimal flow. Basically, Humango makes sure that you are training in the sweet spot, that you are not under training, but you are not even overtraining. If you're ready to push a little bit further, that's amazing. But when it detects that you are struggling with your trainings, to stay within certain time frames, power zones, or whatever other metrics, it actually adjust the amount of sessions, hours, and the difficulty that you have to put in your training. So yeah, I'm really happy to be an ambassador for them. Down below there is also a code with 15% off with Gemma 15 if you want to try the app and you want to have a little discount. So yeah, this is actually a very exciting new adventure because I've never been an ambassador for anything. I'm really happy to be one for something that I'm actually actively using. And also what I actually like, this is not from a training perspective, it is more related with my background and my PhD. I'm really finding a lot of similarities between game design and game design principles and platforms that provides you with adaptive training systems. and in general the sport tech world and the different platforms that are out there. So the researcher in me, it is also very excited for this opportunity because it's like the sport tech world, it's something that I would really like to be part of, working wise also. So these are all different opportunities to understand different systems, different mechanisms, and yeah, as a person who is researching and who has researched interactive systems, gaming systems, game design, and now that it's more involved within the sport field, I find this connection really thrilling. So yeah, it's a very new chapter as an amateur triathlete, but also as a researcher. This is actually a very great opportunity. Yeah, I think we are coming to the conclusion of this video actually. Come up with a new video very soon because actually next week I'm flying to Helsinki to run the Helsinki Marathon, which I'm very happy about it. My mom gifted me the bib last Christmas and very excited because it's going to be my 4th marathon and my very first marathon abroad. It's going to be the 16th of May. Fingers crossed for the marathon. So yeah, I hope you will follow this journey, and I really promise to be more consistent with the uploads and the YouTube thing. See you next time. Bye!